Some of you guys, not Stoltzy though.
I got that on video, by the way. Speaking of, Hugh said in a conversation that he almost begged you to come back just for the leadership qualities that you have. How much, I mean, you were a leader last year, but how much more responsibility are you taking on this year?
Yeah, it's a huge responsibility. I think we've come into this spring just harping on leadership. We've got a council just directly supposed to drive the culture. I mean, that's the only thing that we're there for. And we've met for hours and hours and days, and a lot of people don't realize how much time you put in whenever you are trying to drive the culture. So with the emphasis that we put on it this year, it's a lot more responsibility, but I think it's you already see some positive effects. You see some guys that normally would not be bought in right now that are bought in, that want to do the right thing, that are changing their habits and certain things that they do, and that's refreshing and that's rewarding if you're putting in that kind of work, which it's a lot right now.
You said you guys put together a presentation. What was kind of involved in that presentation?
Yeah, basically just the things that we believe in, what we want our core values to be as a team, as players. We obviously have the ones that Coach Freeze tells us about and that we believe in as well, and we're trying to mesh both of those things, and then also just standards that go with it. You have we have the definition of what our core values are, and then the standards underneath it. And this is how you get it done. This is how you're supposed to do it. And if you don't do it, this is what happens. So just putting in standards in place and holding each other accountable. It's a huge word, but oftentimes people can say you're holding each other accountable, but you're not really. And the toughest thing about that is if one person does it, then the other person's got to do it. If one person does it the right way, you can't say, well, this guy, he can't do this, because we're all a team and we're looking out for each other. And guys with that vision in mind, those guys are really driven right now, and they're changing some things around, which is really positive.
Luke, we're told the Culture Council doles out stadiums as a punishment for maybe being tardy. How are you guys doing with that? How are the young guys handling kind of the new culture?
Yeah, I mean, we don't think of it very much as a punishment. We call it an enrichment, which is we're being enriched. So just trying to make each other better. That's all it is. Just when you don't do something, there's always consequences in life. You guys know that. I mean, you guys with families, and people are dependent on you, and us with Auburn football being the huge brand that it is, and so many people relying on us. You definitely have some people depending on you, so you have to do the right thing, and that's what we're trying to drive here. And yeah, we're trying to enrich guys, which is good.
Early impressions of Derek Nix coming in.
Great energy, awesome energy. I love it. The offense, everybody in this league has a little bit of the same, this and that, different tweaks, from different families that you're in. But I love the way that we're putting in the offense. Everybody's on the same accord. Everybody's speaking the same language. And he's sharp. He is sharp, and he's high energy, and it's really fun to play for him right now.
Talked about people being dependent on you and family. How are you kind of obviously you guys are expecting, your family's expecting. I mean, just kind of what does that look like for you in spring ball? I mean, early in your wife's pregnancy, and I imagine what you're gonna have a baby right towards the start of the season, right?
Yep. Due date is right around fall camp, so that's perfect timing. But yeah, we're just taking it day by day. We're excited, we're blessed, and we're just thankful that we are able to receive this blessing and still do the things that I love and the things that my wife loves. She loves this place too. So being able to have Auburn football and my family all at the same time, I wouldn't have had that chance if I didn't come back for a 6th year, which feels like a 12th year, but I wouldn't have had that chance. So I'm blessed and thankful for those opportunities, and I can't wait for my baby boy to be born.
Oh, it's a boy.
Yeah, it is a boy.
All right.
Yep. August 15th is due date. So
you got to be there for a big moment for Brandon recently.
I did. Right? Yeah. So he got engaged, and I'm not quite sure what the wedding plans are. The guy doesn't usually do much of that. We kind of get to stay out on that. But yeah, I'm proud of him. Jackie is his now fiance, and she's an awesome girl, and they're some big things happening right now with some of the few old heads left around. You know, mostly new faces, but some of the old guys are experiencing some pretty cool things.
Where have you seen growth and development? Peyton came in having played a lot of college football already, but this is his first full offseason as a quarterback on this team. Where have you seen growth and development with Peyton Thorne?
Yeah, I mean, ever since he got here, I was always just admiring his work ethic. I don't think that was ever in question, and he's got some really good talent, and he works really hard. The thing that I've seen mostly is his leadership qualities and his able to speak out and to have relationships with guys. He's developing deep relationships with people on this team, and that's what you got to do as a leader. You can't just bark out orders and expect people to follow you. If they don't trust you, then they're not going to do that. And he's done a great job with that. I mean, he's been one of those core leaders for our team that, I mean, that's what you need out of a quarterback. So that's probably the biggest thing I've seen.
Walker, coming in here, a young kid, coach was saying he can make all the throws, strong arm. You're so much more older than him, but how have you been able to kind of help ingratiate him into this offense and into this team culture?
Yeah, I think quarterbacks are a little different, right? But young guys in general, they just need somebody to make sure they're good. Just make sure they're on the right path. I mean, Rico is in our room, and he's a little bit younger too. So you just have to make sure that these guys are understanding it. And it's not in a certain way, but we've been through it a couple times. I'm sure some of those older quarterbacks are in there helping him too. So, like you said, he's got everything you need in a quarterback. I mean, he's got a cannon. He can run the football. He's big, strong, physical, and we got a good quarterback room. It's going to be a fun battle to watch because you've got some guys who are already, I know it's day one, day two, whatever we had, but already doing some pretty cool things.
Luke, you said it yourself.